Hey, 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 my fellow ladies. Fellow ladies who are sensitive, empaths, highly sensitive women out there in the world who have found me in my work. Thank you for supporting me. As always, welcome to support me on Instagram as well and on Threads app, and to become my client to buy my self-help book. We have to raise the vibration of this planet Earth, and first, of course, in our own lives. So I'm helping you to be the best version of you, who you are, authentically and honestly. The empowered version of you. You are not supposed to be a doormat. You're supposed to be yourself. So what do you want in life? What are your core values? As a sensitive, empath, kind person, a kind soul, an old soul, you can be a starseed, but you are God's chosen one. This message that I need to urgently share with you is that you need your empathy. You need to use all of your good qualities, your kindness, compassion, empathy, everything towards yourself so that you can recover from narcissistic abuse experiences, bullying, whatever you've been through. You have to channel your gifts and talents to help you, to serve you, to not be a baggage, to not feel like a curse, because they are not. They're gifts from your creator, from God himself. So you have to give your empathy to your pets, to your children. But of course, as they say, always put the oxygen mask on first, because you cannot breathe without it. So you need to take care of yourself first. My cat was just bugging the other one. I have a boy and a girl cat. They are getting old, but the boy cat is still bugging the girl cat sometimes. So if you heard the noise, the sound of my cat just now. Anyway, so on that note, actually, I want to tell you that we should live like cats. I saw this lovely post just not long ago on Instagram that, you know, it's beneficial to live like a cat because they know how to rest. They know when to rest. They don't apologize for themselves. They set their boundaries, just like my cat was just doing, you know, unapologetically saying, no, you cannot come here. So really, it was such a lovely, you know, realistic, truthful post, but also funny, also very warm-hearted, kind-hearted, lovely post. And I so agreed with it, so I had to like and save. I don't remember if I commented. I might have commented as well. Anyway, I've been giving my support to a lot of posts and accounts, which I resonate with. And they also uplift me and encourage me. And, you know, we need those things in life that encourage and uplift us naturally. We're not here to be just, you know, put down and, you know, be someone's personal slaves. So cats are not doing that either. So especially if you feel that you cannot trust anyone, trust no one, you know, as they say, the slogan, because you can easily feel like this, because it can literally, it can be like this for us chosen ones, that people just attack and hurt us and, you know, talk things behind our back and threaten us and things like that. But we have to remind ourselves that, you know, those people are not being healthy to be around. Those people are not our people. They are the complete opposite. And they are sent by the devil to distract, to destroy, to hurt us in different ways, to destroy our mental health. They want to get into our brain, into our lives. So that is why we have to draw those boundaries like cats do as well and say, no, you are not entering. So how are your boundaries doing? If you need more help and support, of course, my one-on-one sessions will help. My self-help book can help you. Also, I have created my Boundaries Bootcamp guide. It's only €8. You can download it immediately. If you go to my link tree, you find the link there. So it will also help you to be masterminding those, brainstorming those healthy boundaries. Because again, we need them with every single person in our lives, even with our pets, our children especially. We need to teach about healthy boundaries to our children and of course to ourselves, because we don't always have them necessarily in place, especially when you've gone through such abuse and manipulation. You might feel lost because nobody taught me about my healthy boundaries, and I've had to learn the hard way where they stand and what they are, first of all, and things like that. So it took me a lot of effort and work and time. So that is why I've created, for example, my self-help book and my sessions so that I can help, and of course my videos and posts, and of course also that guide that I just mentioned about, because I want to, it's my mission to help. So that is why I have broken those things down into a simple guide, that it's easier for you to start acknowledging where your boundaries go and what they are and when to set them with people. Because again, to detach from what's not for you, that's also a boundary setting place. It's also a boundary, it's a healthy boundary. If you go no contact with a toxic person, for example, if you end that phone call when someone is being disrespectful and yelling at you, for example, whatever the situation is, but every time you are listening to your intuition, you are setting that healthy boundary, saying no to something, cutting something off, blocking something off, cutting those cords. You are taking your power and energy back, because you need your power and energy. Like I said, you need your empathy, you need your gifts, your talents, and you need to use them to help you and your life, your loved ones. And especially if you are a woman like I am and your mother has been a narcissist, like I have as well. My mother is one, and she was attacking me physically when I had just started school. I was like 7 years old. And so, because we've gone through such horrific abandonment and neglect and abuse with these narcissistic parents, we need to be on our own side, and of course we have to support ourselves so that we can support our children, our pets, our lives overall. And so this is why I wanted to remind you, this message was just coming through to me that I needed to talk about, because we don't always remember and understand to take care of ourselves first. And often we have to make peace with a lot of things, like I've been mentioning in my videos, for example, that the system does not support us chosen ones, as empaths, highly sensitive people, that it can feel like we're just standing alone, especially when we're sensitive women, that we are attracting narcissistic men, abusive people, even abusive women, of course, even children don't always respect us and our boundaries, for example. So that is why we have to be taking care of ourselves even more for those reasons. And don't be afraid to call someone out. You are an adult, you are responsible for yourself. So that is also a healthy boundary and a good example for your children as well, that you're not afraid to say the truth. And especially even more for that reason when it seems like the whole entire world is in chaos. And basically we are just waiting for Jesus to come to meet us from heavens. So it can be a very lonely and isolating feeling that you have. And, especially when you've gone through emotional, physical abuse all your life. And it was not your fault. Maybe you need to remind yourself of these facts again, that it was never your fault. And, even if people do not understand you, doesn't matter who it is, but God understands you, and you need to understand yourself. You need to hold on to your mental health and inner peace. Because if you are living through that survival mode, because if you have had narcissistic parents, you have lived through survival mode ever since you've been a child. And it was not okay. So now as an adult, you have to wake up and realize how the thing is. And notice when someone is not respecting you, not supporting you, and drawing the line for the sake of your own well-being. Because if you're not well, your children will be affected naturally as well. For example, your pets, your entire life, your home. So this is why I think it's so healthy to be on your side, to receive your own understanding. And because you can have this programming in your subconscious mind, these beliefs that you have been carrying since childhood, that you are unworthy, unlovable, you are never enough, nobody helps you, nobody supports you, things like that. So even more for those reasons, you need to get on your own side. And that is why I'm here to help. That is why I've been talking and speaking, because God has sent me here to do this. Because I had enough in my own life. I had to face myself. I had to help and heal myself on my own. The mental health care system and whatever, social services here in Finland have been very disrespectful at times towards me. It's really difficult to get help and support here if you don't have a lot of money, for example. So yeah, it's made it difficult. And yes, I'm very worried about people because sometimes I read the news headlines when they pop up on my phone, for example. I don't know why, but they have been popping up on my phone, and I cannot avoid them. But I've been seeing headlines about, people be homeless and unemployed a lot here in our country, for example. So of course I'm naturally worried, and my empathy goes out to them, because of course it's not okay if you're living like that. And of course I pray for the world and I wish everyone the best, as I always do. But at the same time, also, of course, I need to understand myself and my life and where I'm coming from. And so that is why I'm also helping you to do the same. Because again, you need to learn as an adult that it was all false. The programming that has been planted in you, in your brain, the trauma that has been stored in your body, you need to wake up and start freeing yourself from those. And I can help, of course, in my one-on-one sessions, for example. If you want my help and support, buy my self-help book. Start working on yourself, because you need it, your kids need it, your pets need it, everything about your life needs it. And that is what God also wishes for you. To be healed, to be empowered, to be who you are supposed to be, not be feeling like a slave, like a doormat, because you are worthy, you are lovable, you are loved, you are amazing, you are strong. You are a limitless, spiritual, amazing, kind-hearted being. And you're not supposed to be limiting yourself and carrying that scapegoat programming within yourself just because it was planted on you. Because again, it says about your abusers, your attackers, those narcissistic parents, those narcissistic people, those toxic people who have been attacking you and wanting to take your light, take your empathy, take everything that's important to you from you, to be putting you down because you shine your light, because you are like the sun, you shine. You give empathy and light in the people's lives and healing energy. So now you have to wake up and focus on what really matters. And also I want to add this reminder that you have the right to feel safe. Your kids have the right to feel safe. Your pets have the right to feel safe. Everything that matters to you, that is naturally yours, like your health, your mental health, has the right to be and feel safe and respected and supported and loved and cared for, and to receive empathy and compassion, not be begging and forcing and chasing and trying to push those things to come from others. So again, if somebody is not giving those things to you when you have been giving those things to them, it is a reminder for you to be setting that healthy boundary again and to be on your own side, to focus on what matters, do something else, take your attention and your energy away from that person. And also I want to add the fact, when seriously the system is not helping you, when you assumed, maybe you assumed, you prayed, you wanted to manifest for people to help you, for the system to help you, for example, a therapist who would have helped you, but you have been disappointed, you have been betrayed by them, let down, misunderstood, you have been left unheard, and even more traumatized. So these are the reasons that, I'm here to help, because I was going through this same living hell as well in my own life. And I had to recover and survive on my own. I know that God has been carrying me through, and my angels as well, my spiritual support team, my ancestors, because I would not be here otherwise if I had to lean on only the system. Because as always, we need to be putting in certain effort and energy and attention and focus, take certain action steps so that we can function and live our lives and to be raising our families, whatever it is that we have going on. Because, we do not abandon our kids. We are sensitive empaths, highly sensitive women, earth angels, human angels, God's chosen people. We do not abandon our kids and our pets just because we are going through tough times. We are not our narcissistic parents who have abandoned us and neglected us and abused us and bullied us and don't understand us. So they have weaponized our empathy against us, but we need to be holding on to the empathy, like I said, to our own inner strength, to our own value. But yeah, if you need more help and support, apply to work with me one-on-one.